Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. Hope you all are doing well here on this beautiful Monday. We got a lot to do today. There's a pretty serious dog attack in Ponte Vedra. Did you guys hear about this over the weekend?
No, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like 5 dogs ganged up on one. They're looking for the owner of the dogs.
Well, what did he have in his pockets? Right? I mean, he could have had something like a treat or meat or something in his pocket.
It was a dog-on-dog crime.
Yeah, seriously.
It was mostly dog on dog, but a man almost lost his ear.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go.
Yeah. We will talk about the protests over the weekend at Anastasia State Park.
Big showing.
Lots of people out there. Yeah, for sure. There is we have a terrible moronic Monday story today.
Really?
Yeah. An apartment complex levied some pretty big charges on a family. I'll tell you why. This is very, very weird. I would give it away if I told you anymore.
Sounds like California.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember where it was.
To be determined.
And we've got purple benches that are going to be popping up around St. Augustine.
Oh, Barbara Jean, how nice. Look what she does for the community. So nice.
We'll tell you why, what those are going to be about, and if they will remain civil.
Oh, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, my bad.
And St. Augustine Beach is now having to step in and help with the failed county trash pickup service. So we'll talk about how that's going to work, too.
I've got things to say. I'll save it for the story. But, we got some talking to do on this one. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this one. I'm like, are you kidding? Okay.
Monday coffee talk.
Yeah, ready. I'm ready to talk trash.
All right. Everybody's got stuff in on this one for sure. Yeah, my trash has not been good lately.
Nope.
But we'll get there. We will get there after we tell you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they have been more than just a dealership. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. And that tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've, of course, got that state-of-the-art service facility. Quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage. They are the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service. Just off 95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, of course, the Florida Man Games, where you can experience the now world-famous mechanical alligator, the knocker ball, which is not what Troy thought it was last week.
Grandma.
Giant beer pong, human foosball, the Ninja Nation obstacle course. The inflatable obstacle course was a big hit. A lot of drunk people jumping on that inflatable obstacle course and really having fun.
How about Daytona? This was such a cool story over the weekend, too. Are you talking about that today?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Just kidding. I was excited for you. Not every day that happens. So, okay, congratulations. We'll move on.
And Big Glove Boxing at the Florida Man Games. Go to thefloridamangames.com and grab your ticket.
I'll talk about it for you, Dave.
Forget it. Just forget it.
Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Sub, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, Alace Med Spa, Griffin Service, BNS Signs. And I am energized this morning by our friends at the Vibe Nutrition.
Oh, good.
Very fancy sticker on there.
That is a cool sticker, actually.
Troy, Davey, how you guys doing this morning?
Hey, happy Monday.
I am so happy to be here.
Yeah?
My weekend was crap. I am so happy to start something fresh, something new, something great with you guys. Thank you for having me on this morning. I'm excited to do this. Yes.
What do you mean?
My weekend was amazing.
I know, and I'm happy to hear I want to hear amazing. I want to hear great stuff. I'm limited on what I can talk about, but yeah.
What?
God, man, I'll tell you off camera. It was absolutely freaking wild. Jesus.
I'm worried, man.
Yeah, like my lip is quivering. I'm worried, too, for that person.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
Now I'm nervous.
Me, too.
Not easy to get nervous. Now I'm nervous.
I might need a vibe.
Wow.
All right. Question of the day, Troy.
All right, question of the day is, what
what restaurant is like your memory of a child? Like, okay, I love going to that restaurant, or that's the restaurant we went to.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a family restaurant, something like that, where it's like, okay, that's our spot.
A lot of locals going to feel me on this one. A lot of people from all over the place going to feel me on this one. But Quincy's. Quincy's. I loved Quincy's as a kid. That great, that buffet, the mac and cheese was really good. And then, of course, as a kid, you fill up on that ice cream like
I
crazy.
never had a Quincy's moment. Like we didn't have them. I don't
Big
think.
fat yeast
Yeah,
rolls.
those rolls. The honey butter.
I'd eat 9,000 big fat yeast rolls and then just like roll over in the.
Travis just sprawled out on the floor
Yeah.
in the middle of a Quincy's.
Yeah, I was that kid with his feet like up on the top of the booth. And,
They were like, "Please, sir, can you leave? Like you've had enough. That's all you can eat."
I said-
Troy said he was that kid. He was 30 years old.
Yeah.
I mean,
27. Let's not exaggerate.
I'm gonna go with the old classic because our workouts would be like 5 hours long from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So like you would be starving, and so we would go to Bob's Big Boy. That was like my all-time favorite. Like that breakfast buffet, and I am not. Everyone knows I'm not a buffet person. I will make an exception for Bob's Big Boy. It was so good.
I just hear the Dr. Evil theme song now whenever I think of Bob's Big Boy. When Dr. Evil flying in that as his spaceship. But when we would do like road trips, we would often stop at a Bob's Big Boy.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have one in the land.
No, you did. You didn't have much in
didn't?
Deland.
No, we didn't have one in the land.
I thought that's where Bob was from.
Yeah, that's where he was from.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
He left.
He left to be successful.
He left to be. He never looked back.
Yeah.
That's what all you Deland folks do to be successful. Is leave.
Never looked back. Yeah.
All right. And I went in a different direction. I went more of a family tone because we didn't have a whole lot of chains in Deland. But Mano's, and what made Mano's unique is it was a pizza place, and they had this big glass thing where the guys would put on a show, like throw in the dough and stuff, and like throw it up and like catch it. And I mean, it was like so cool. And now I see them doing it every day. I was like, wow, that job would really suck. But I thought that was like the coolest job when I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
And the best part is they had like a little observation for the window. You could like stand on this little bench.
Mm-hmm.
So they had it specifically just for kids to stand there like.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, but Mano's Pizza in Deland was my spot.
Manos or Manos?
Mano's.
Are we sure?
Mano's. I mean, he lived there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Italian origin is Manos. But
Mano.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh. Okay. There we go.
Muy bien.
And maybe we said it wrong in Deland. He just wasn't fighting it.
That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
Very well be.
He wasn't fighting it, but he pronounced it Mano.
Davey probably right on this.
It was a family. I mean,
Cool.
It was Mr. Mano. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I came from Italy. It's Manos.
Italian.
Manos.
That is like nails on a chalkboard. Italian. Oh.
Italian.
Oh my goodness.
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm sure we got a lot of stuff there in the comments already.
No,
I can't
they're
wait
already
to
Oh,
see
there's
it.
some great ones.
Flying in
Yeah.
there.
Cool. It's now time for a quick check of the weather, Troy. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction, who can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We now go to Blake for our traffic report. Blake, what you got?
It looks pretty empty out there today.
Okay, yeah, it does, except for the Frogger up there in the top right corner.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just died right there.
He didn't make it.
Go.
All right, hey, there you go. It's looking good there. All right, just gonna make it to the other side. There
Frogger
we
was
go.
a great game.
I
That's-
never played Frogger once in my life.
You would like it, I think. No?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm too old for it now.
Okie dokie.
I'm never gonna play it.
All right.
Missed opportunity.
Pac-Man, same thing. You're over that too?
Pac-Man over it, but did play it a lot as a kid.
Okay.
Definitely played Pac-Man at Potbellies a whole lot.
Oh. Because your feet stuck in front of the arcade game.
Yeah.
Good move.
All right. Good traffic report.
All right. At the end of Frogger, Obama showed up. What
I don't know why.
He was trying to get across the road there. Yeah.
Traffic is terrible in St. John's County. It's
In
the
order
worst.
traffic, please give us
Pretty-
money.
Pretty bad. All right.
Infrastructure.
actually,
Write me a check.
Yeah.
you're Your Obama is actually pretty good.
My Obama's, it's legitimately the best Obama impression on the planet.
Yeah, it is. Better than his.
Is that Trump?
It's better than Obama. Yeah.
Trump doing Obama?
No.
God.
God, that's hard. That's a remix, though,
that
Troy.
really is.
That's a remix we need to work
Whoa.
on. That could be good. Ideas.
Probably the best president.
sending their
Yeah.
best.
Believe me. You just got to say the things that
You
Trump
gotta
says
say
in the
believe,
Obama
yeah.
voice.
He's gonna.
I didn't say it, but they said it. Yeah.
A lot of people say it. I don't say it, but a lot of people say it.
That's my favorite.
Jeez, I'm just going to do the Trump Obama for the whole rest of the show. Piss everybody off.
So cool. Yeah, it's fine. It's an equal opportunity. Yeah, equal opportunity.
Get both sides angry.
Good gracious.
People don't always give me credit for taking care of both sides. I take care of both sides.
Yeah. The greatest. So funny.
That brought to us from a Lace Med Spa.
Hmm.
You need to experience the ultimate rejuvenation. It's a Lace Med Spa all the way. Radiant facials, Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, all of that good stuff. Check out alace.com and use Davey's name. If you're a first-time client, get $100 off.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice of you, Davey, to hand out
Absolutely.
hundreds of dollars to everybody.
Yes. Handing it out like the fields of Capistrano or some crap. I don't know.
$100 bills.
$100.
It's got Pete Melfi's face on it.
Just as good as money. 904 now currency.
That's right. That's right. All right. Let's get into the local news, shall we?
Yes, I'm ready.
Pontevedra man and his puppy were injured in a dog attack.
Uh-oh.
And the owner is still looking for the person who's responsible for handling these dogs. A Pontevedra man reported a severe dog attack on Friday that resulted in significant injuries to both him and his small puppy. The man, Tim Hayes, nearly lost his ear. Well, his poor little 9-month-old Papillion breed puppy, Rocky, had to have one of his front legs amputated. Oh, man. Oh, it's so sad. The incident occurred near the Turtle Shore Beach entrance, and the family is now seeking the responsible dogs and their owner. I'd seek the owner first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably find the dogs if you find the owner. Tim Hayes recounted that Rocky was attacked by a large pit bull mix.
Oh, come on.
Everybody always says it's
They
a pit
just
bull mix
throw
when they
that
get
name
attacked.
out there.
Yeah, they really did.
It's the owners, not the dog.
As he tried to protect his puppy, 2 more dogs joined into the attack. Jeez, this is really terrifying. This would
very
be
scary.
terrifying. I don't care what
mention
the breed
breeds of
is.
the other 2 dogs.
Gotta leash your
I don't know.
animals. Gotta walk your animals. Gotta leash your animals. Don't let them roam free.
You
They're
gotta leash your
dogs.
animals.
They're
Like,
just-
I'm so frustrated with people who don't leash their animals
Right.
these days. I mean, it's just absolutely a must. So
Sad on everybody's
let's
part
bring
here.
the camera back to camera 1. There we go.
Yeah, blue. We're just on Davey being
Just chilling on Davey
we're on
being
Davey
mad
being
about
Oh, I'm like
Maybe she's
reading.
had
Yeah,
that,
it's
right?
very aside. Thank you.
Let's see. Tim required 6 to 7 stitches behind his ear, and the doctor noted that it was fortunate that his ear was not completely torn off. Jeez, Rocky was taken to First Coast Vet Emergency Room, where the decision was made to amputate his leg due to extensive nerve damage.
God's sakes.
The owners, Joyce and Tim Hayes, claimed that a woman with 5 unleashed dogs was present at the beach during the attack. Although she helped to get her dogs off of them, she left the scene shortly after. The couple is urging her to come forward so that animal control can assess her dogs. Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to let when animal control has to come and assess your dogs, they usually take your dogs.
hmm
Joyce Hayes described the scene as chaotic, mentioning that she had to use her husband's T-shirt to stop his bleeding. We're not saying she shouldn't come forward. We're just saying she probably
Probably is not
won't.
going to
Yeah.
contact clues here. Yeah.
Tim Hayes has started the process of receiving rabies shots as a precaution.
Mhm.
Well, she should come forward to avoid that. I mean, that's terrible making that man go through that. He's already
Yeah.
got attacked, and now the dogs have their shots. He
You
wouldn't
mean
have to
she
get-
should come through and pay for it at least?
Oh, yeah. Well, she should pay for it, but I mean, the fact that she doesn't bring her dogs forward, he's going to have to do these shots. If they come forward and the dogs have already had their shots, then he wouldn't have to do it. He wouldn't have to go through that process.
Something tells me they may have not had their shots. With 5 of them not being on a leash, that's just not a responsible dog owner right there.
But still probably don't have rabies. But he's just doing it as a precaution. The story
Yeah,
even
of
says
course.
that.
But Still, that's terrifying.
Yeah, they probably don't have their shots. You're probably right. The couple expressed that the situation could have been much worse and are now focused on Rocky's recovery as a 3-legged puppy.
I mean, he'll still be able to move, and I've seen 3-legged dogs flourish, but it's still not a fun thing.
Change his name to Lucky. He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
Right.
man,
Rocky
seriously.
the Lucky, Rocky the hero.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
They've reached out to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office for more information, and the case is waiting a response. But, yeah, that's just, I mean, that's scary. We make our comments, but that's a
I've been
very
there.
scary situation. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's terrifying for anybody involved in a dog attack. It really is.
It
'cause
was
there's
right
nothing you can do.
before Love Your Mother. I was at 2 German Shepherds were like bolting to remember, and all I had was my hoodie to like cover my dogs. And the people from Habitat had to like bring a giant like pole to like get, and they put us in like a storage container just to get the dogs out. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But it happened so fast, and that's what's so scary about it.
I remember walking my dog on the beach maybe 12 years ago, and there was a huge dog that was unleashed on the beach. And we walked by, and this dog just beelined for my dog. I mean,
Right.
just running.
is why I don't
as
do
fast
this
as he
anymore.
possibly could. Yeah. I had to yank my dog. I had to kick the other dog in the face to
Right.
get it
Hate
out of
that,
there. I
but
mean,
yeah.
I was wrestling with this dog to get it out of there.
I got bear spray now every time, right on my leash.
Yeah,
I don't
mean, That's
care.
probably not a terrible idea.
That's not.
Especially if you've gone through a dog attack, it is a terrifying experience.
Yeah, and you got to act quick.
because you can't reason with a dog.
No.
A dog is going to attack you for as long as a dog wants to attack you, or until you're able to fend it off some way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
You have to do harm to the dog, and that's what's really horrible.
Or a giant
No one wants to do-
distraction.
no one wants to do that.
You have to
Yeah.
scare the dogs.
Yeah.
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 It's horrible.
So we hope Tim has a absolutely full recovery, and we're hoping for the best for little Rocky, man.
Yeah. Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Adrian.
Yeah. Like, and my Blue, I mean, if we're on the front porch and stuff, she's not on the leash, and she knows she doesn't leave the yard.
Yeah, that's how my birdie is.
Yeah,
she's the same way.
She
Yeah.
doesn't leave the yard.
But my
she's
little
also-
one,
yeah.
she's ready to like
And
protect the family.
And
Yeah.
I know as soon as I go, she's coming back. I mean,
Yeah.
I have full
But
control
she's
of my
also
dog.
not a terrifying dog. She's not like if your dog attacks somebody, they'll get a few scrapes. They're not gonna suffer mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, she's actually built to be kicked by cows. So
Wow.
she's an Australian cattle dog.
Yeah.
So
Great.
I mean, she's tough, but she's not an attacker. She'll bite your heel.
Yeah.
She'll get you.
Slow you
she's
down a little bit.
healer.
Yeah.
She'll get you in line.
But that's
Well,
smart.
I guess if she bit your Achilles heel, you're never walking
Yeah,
right
you need
again.
to take-
Achilles heel slayer.
Blue, the Achilles heel slayer.
But Blue's going to listen. So unfortunately,
How old is
a lot
Blue
of-
now?
She's 6 or 7. She's
God
about to be 7, I
bless.
think.
Those are the golden years. Enjoy them.
Yes. So, well, and the reason I got her is like it was the longest living breed. Right
Right.
before I got her,
I know,
Before I
yeah.
got her, it was like, okay, a blue heeler lived to be 29 years old or something
Mhm.
like that. I was like, okay, I'm getting that dog.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great journey.
Smart. My dog now is like a dog and a cat mixed together.
That's what I have too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're-
Birdie.
you're
13.
Coyote.
My coyote.
Yeah.
Yes,
Your
it's
coyote,
basically
I
a
love
dog and a
that.
cat
That's
mixed
what I
together. Yeah.
want.
She's very well. She doesn't really listen that good.
Uh-huh.
She kind of does what she wants.
Yeah. It's
but
old lady.
Yeah, like a cat, but
Yeah.
still does dog things.
Then I have the other one is just so curious about everything. A leaf
Oh,
falls.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
we gotta go and see it. Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, we have to go like 900 miles per hour. Pew, 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 all the
Puppy
time.
won't even chase a laser. My dog won't even chase a laser. She just does not care. She's like, get this stupid human. What do you think you're doing?
Right.
There's a wrestling match every morning in our house between the cat and the dog.
Dude, your cat beats your dog. Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Your cat, like, body slams the dog.
Yeah.
I saw the video of it.
Tommy's a tough cat
Yeah, Tommy is a tough cat.
Must be.
until Blue gets tired of it, and then she goes.
Tommy needs to
Shit
teach
face
Rocky
player.
some moves.
Get out of here. I'm done playing with you, cat. All right. Protesters are done playing with the Department of Environmental Protection.
Great sec.
That's for sure. You're welcome. Community members gathered at the entrance of Anastasia State Park in St. Augustine on Sunday morning to protest and make a stand against the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's statewide Great Outdoors Initiative. this is just so counterintuitive to what it seems like the goal of the environmental protection department's stance is. This is all just so confusing to me every step of the way. And if there weren't so many news stories about it, I would almost believe it wasn't even real.
Right.
It's just so counterintuitive to what they say their mission. I just don't get it. The proposed plan, which we've talked about, talks about a 350-room lodge, disc golf course, pickleball courts inside the park. But, I think one story said over 100 people. I think it was closer to 1,000 people that were out there.
There were a lot of people.
They were
way over 100.
Way over 100, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were lined up across the road from the skate park that's out there on Anastasia Island almost to the first entrance of the amphitheater.
Yeah.
I mean, there were tons of people out there, very passionate people out there. And it was a great showing of, you know what I noticed, and it was said a lot out there. And our friend Kate Batzel pointed this out to me, actually. And she said, and you could notice this just by walking around. There's people of all political persuasions out there that are very, very passionate about protecting our parks. I mean, it was one of the only times you're going to see people that are hardcore Republicans and hardcore Democrats out there on the same battlefield, man. And I think I love that. I loved seeing, that unity between people. It was very, very good.
Let me take your love even higher, because you needed to research like all the other state parks that had protests going on too.
Yeah.
There were maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe
Really?
a dozen in Fort Lauderdale. Nobody showed up like our community showed up. That was badass, really.
It was huge. Yeah. And it was nice talking to her. And one thing she said to me was, and I agree, that Republicans and Democrats agree on a lot more than people think they do. When you really start talking to people, I think they really agree on a lot more than people think. We pretend that the folks in D.C. who say they're speaking for all Republicans or all Democrats are really not in many cases. So
Say it louder for the people in the back.
yeah. I mean, I like things that bring people together.
Me too.
I really do. From all sides of the aisle. I like when people can stand next to each other and fight for the same cause.
That's why I live here,
Yeah.
because I believe in this community, and we don't let anybody dictate our narrative on who we're going to be as humans. We lead with our heart and our minds, and I think that's what makes us extraordinary.
Yeah. It is really cool. It is very unique for sure.
Yeah, and I've always been beat up for being that guy that floats in the middle. But both sides have great ideas.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, if everyone always agrees, that means only one person's thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
And we need all the ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And, I think
this was
most people want the same thing. They want the freedom to live their lives the way they want to live their lives. I mean, that's something that everybody can agree on. I want to live my life the way I want to live my life, and you want to do the same thing. People want what's best for our kids. People want clean food and clean water. I mean, there's a lot that we agree on, but people get stuck on the stuff we don't agree on.
Yeah.
We all want to be safe. We all want to.
Yeah.
We want our
Yeah.
families to get a good education. I mean,
Yeah. And sometimes we have disagreements on the process of getting there. But if we could come together more and discuss it and find good middle ground and good common ground that works for everybody, that's possible.
Absolutely.
But we're just so scared to do it sometimes, man. So just that side of this story is what I like the most.
Me
It
too.
really is. Now the state apparently has scheduled meetings. They had scheduled meetings, but those meetings apparently were postponed. There was a leaked memo revealed.
Saw that, yeah.
First Coast News was reporting this from the Office of Park Planning that apparently at these meetings, and people were right to be suspicious because this leaked document reveals that they were instructed to basically at these meetings play a pre-recorded presentation, and there was going to be no time for input. That it was just basically to get people acclimated to this being about to happen. It was not a question and answer. It was not a back and forth. A pre-recorded minutes, and that's just lazy. And that just says that
no respect.
they wanted to no respect. They wanted to ram this through. They weren't really concerned what the public was going to say until the public showed out in force. And it's so funny how they worded this. If you guys saw the memo that came out from the Department of Environmental Protection, where they said, due to overwhelming interest, we have decided to postpone these meetings. It's not overwhelming interest, you assholes.
Yeah, really.
Sorry for the language.
No, but true.
But it's just so deceptive that it pisses me off.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really
yeah.
is. It was overwhelming outrage, is
Right.
what it was. People were not interested in this. People were outraged that it was happening. And for the Florida Department of Environmental Protection to say, due to overwhelming interest, like it was something that everybody really wanted to show up and support, and they were interested in learning more.
No.
They didn't care about learning more. People didn't care. They learned all they needed to learn, and they were not happy with it.
I can tell you this. I have 5 or 6 friends that do not go to these public. They hate these public
Yeah.
meetings and stuff like that. It's like, hey, what time is it? I'm going to go there with you, you know, and
Yeah.
they were already prepared
Yes.
to go. And these are people that usually are not involved. They're usually the ones that go, hey, what's going on? I don't like it. But they don't really voice. I mean,
Show
not
up,
every-
yeah.
Not everybody voices. I mean, they voice with their vote. But not everyone voices it the exact same way. And this one, it was like, hey, I'm going to be there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and that shows you how strongly
Yeah.
this affected our community.
Yeah, definitely, man. People do not here in St. Johns County want to see this happening at our state parks, and they don't want to see it happening at the state parks across the state of Florida. And again, for this to be a Department of Environmental Protection initiative, this reeks of corruption. I mean, it really, really does. It's just very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. And, you know, a lot of people pointing fingers this way and that. And I don't know how much involvement the governor has with it. From when we talked to Dylan Rumrell, it seemed, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he seemed like the governor didn't even know much about it.
Yeah, and then I got other information. It's like, oh, it's under the governor's, direct. I mean, the FDEP is under the governor directly. Okay, who's doing that reporting? I mean, you know, this is a military guy.
Yeah.
There's a chain of how did he not get this information?
Right.
You know, I don't
Yeah.
understand that. So
Yeah.
But how do you guys
something
feel
smells
about
a
this
little
on a
funny.
whole? Like after talking to Mayor Rumrell, I felt more confident that this is going to get squashed. Is that true? Do you guys still feel that way?
Yeah, I think there's that sentiment there on the beach that we still have some control over it. There's that sentiment coming from the county.
Yeah.
Well, the city, there's a sentiment coming from the city of, hey, let's wait and see what the proposal is. I don't really like that. I think your people have spoken to you at the city. They don't want it. So why don't we for once
I saw
represent
that.
the damn people of the city of St. Augustine?
It was a
was-
little
that was just-
lukewarm.
that
Yeah.
was
It was lukewarm and kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
That was just one of 5 that made that comment.
Okay, that's what I
That
thought
was
too.
on the city's official Facebook page and
Wow.
Instagram,
Yeah. So
which would make you think it was all of them. I hope
It
it's
seemed
not all of them.
apathetic. It definitely seems.
I can tell
Yeah.
you the others do not feel that same way.
Okay,
Right.
That's
So-
good to hear.
Yeah.
And,
I like that.
And I can tell you, speaking to a representative from the House at the state and the Senate at the state, I can't see this happening. They both were very outraged that they got to see it at the same time the public did.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were like, "What?" You know, I mean, they literally saw it the same time we did.
Yeah.
So
Which should not happen at a level like that. It really, like you said, Troy, chain of command, there's something way off here. Something way off here.
I don't think they realize
this-
how much of a PR nightmare this is for
is
them.
this-
They do now.
Yeah.
David, did you see this? Is it real? They're putting a carousel out there.
I don't know.
That's
You should
funny.
do some investigative reporting there, sir. Yeah, this is your
dude,
moment.
You saw that, right?
I'm seeing it in comments. I am
Well, the
seeing it
thing
there.
is, if they were putting a carousel out there, people would love to support it. People have just changed their whole minds. They love carousels. They love hopping on things that go nowhere 2 miles an hour.
They moved it from the roundabout.
The city does have a meeting, and it was quietly put out there that about the artwork installation is tonight at 5. For the
For the
city.
art?
Yeah, I'm feeling like there was so much eruption over this like parks moment. They're like, ooh, this is our opportunity. Like, we're going to talk about this. Yeah.
Slide in.
But yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, like politically and the government, and yeah, it's just. I wanted to ask you, Troy, when you talked about the dream home months ago, and you said that we own the bottoms, does that equate with this? Or
No.
okay,
No, because that goes out to the ocean. The intercoastal portion is the part that's within the city limits. That we own.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Now I
the city,
understand.
that the city owns.
Dang it! I thought that
not the
argument would
ocean.
work.
Yeah, so at least the good news is now it seems like the House, the Senate doesn't like this here in the state of Florida, and at least the county and the beach are saying we're very hesitant to approve a permit for this. So, that's a good start. It does not seem like this has many legs to run on, but however, anything could happen. I mean, it doesn't mean people need to let off the gas. I mean, people I think need to keep this same passion until this project is absolutely squashed,
Yeah.
and that's around the entire state of Florida.
And follow Dylan Rumrell on. He's got a great message, and it was a great positive message, and just making people do the right choices. He was a great follow over the weekend to find out what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. He's on it. He was one of the first to be on it, and he's definitely been on it ever since.
Yeah, great guy.
And he's also. I mean, it's a twofold for him. I mean, because the amphitheater, he's a president of that nonprofit also.
Right.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
president of that foundation also. So I mean, it's doubly affecting
Yeah.
his position. So he's really got to keep his eye on the ball with that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So and he will be.
Yes.
All right, we got to keep our eye on the ball as far as gas prices are concerned.
Yes, we
Let
do.
us know in the comments where you are seeing good prices for gas around the city. We would appreciate it. Looks like A1A Discount Beverage at the top of our list. Somebody said over the weekend, I saw on Facebook that Ashwin and the family may have sold A1A Discount Beverage.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, but I saw a post about it.
Will that affect Mickey Mouse popsicles?
But they are reporting at $2.99. I know that was their price yesterday. I'm not sure if it's still their price this morning.
$2.99. $2.99.
That's where they were reporting yesterday, yeah. And I do notice Ashwin, for the first time in a while, not the one posting this price. So, very
Wow. Interesting.
Sunoco at $21.99 North Ponce. They are at $3.05. That's their cash price this morning. The Gate at 4075 US 1 North, $3.10. The Gate on Mizell Road at $3.12. $3.12 the price. I mean, it's also on $3.12.
Oh, how
$3.12
nice
the
is
price.
that marketing? That's
Yeah,
great.
It's cute. The Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $3.13. The Shell at 146 King Street at $3.13. We've got the Circle K at 4564 US 1 North at $3.14. The Mobile and Circle K at 800 South Ponce also at $3.14. Same with the Owens at 780 South Ponce. And the Shell at 2350 North Ponce is at $3.19 this morning.
Yeah, we got Wawa at 312 and Costco at 307. But yesterday I was so excited because after my 5-cent discount at Carmelo's there, I got it at 309.
Okay.
You know, I was pumping gas for someone else in the family that got it down to like 20 miles to empty. I'm not going to mention any names.
Oh.
20 miles to empty, that's plenty of fuel.
Well,
I go down to, many times I go down to 0 miles to empty.
So you're that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I would stress out.
I would stress.
I'd be so stressed.
I don't go
Like
a quarter
as
time.
soon as the light goes on, bing! I'm like,
Me too, right away. Yeah, I don't want to.
$17 a gallon.
Right.
Okay, I'll put in 2 gallons.
It's an adventure for me. It's adventurous.
You're like
It's
a
a thrill.
I couldn't.
That's right.
How far past zero?
I really
That's
can't.
right.
Is it like 35 miles you got extra after zeros? Something like that. Is that a wives' tale?
I'd never risk it.
I never risked
It's a
it.
few miles. You can probably get a few miles. Yeah.
I haven't run out of gas in
Scary.
probably 30 years.
I've never.
You've never run out of gas?
Never.
Okay, you've never been poor.
God bless.
That's what
Yes.
you just said.
Never.
I ran out of gas on the top of the 312 bridge once. Ooh, that was
As long as you're on the
sketchy.
downside, you're good.
Well, I
You're like,
still didn't make it to like the Big Lots parking lot. We had to get out and push it into the Big Lots parking lot still.
Never.
Yeah. So sometimes you lose riding the adventure of low gas. But if you get in trouble for any reason and you have to go to jail, Chris Lucero will get you out. Simple as that. Chris Lucero bail bonds. Experienced professionals available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services for you or your loved one. Give them a call, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. We got live music mic check coming at you right now. We got John Q at the Milltop at noon. Mark Hart and Reggie Stared at Trade Winds at 1 o'clock. Christian Powers at Pierre's Pub at 1. Juan.
Juan.
I've been 39 at 2 o'clock. Josh, Tennessee Worthy at the Milltop at 4:30. Stu Weaver at Harry's at 6. And then Charlie Crockett at the Amp.
Wow.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock.
Big time.
That comes to us from Griffin Service, who understands choosing the right company when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services is a big decision. They help hundreds of local families just like you every week getting problems fixed so you can get back to what really matters. You see them everywhere, dozens of times a week. And when you do, it means legendary services on the way. If you have AC, plumbing, or electrical problems, Griffin makes it easy. Give them a call, 904-500-2653. That's our special hotline. And they're going to get you hooked up, taken care of right away. Griffin Service. Experience the Grifference. All right, we've got a moronic, I almost want to call it a malicious Monday here today.
Ooh.
Malicious.
Meow.
A Texas family was billed a lot of money
Uh-oh.
by an apartment complex after their 91-year-old mother died. A lot of money. We'll talk about how much and how the heck this could happen and why these people should not pay this money. Right after I tell you about Fidus Roofing. They're your local go-to for 15 years plus here in St. Augustine, and all their people live right here in St. Johns County. They're master elite contractors, which means they can offer you warranties that no one else can touch, and obviously they do great work to earn that distinction. They love the community and they love you, so you know you're in good hands. Give them a call, Fidus Roofing, 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
And gutters. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a crazy story here. A local, not a local apartment complex, an apartment complex. I think this was, in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas apartment complex has sent a bill to the family of a deceased tenant, charging her for breaking her lease upon her death. Dying apparently breaks your lease.
She should have known better.
Stupid.
Time it out.
Jeez,
You gotta time it out.
I mean, just let's use common sense here, people. The family of Sandra Bonilla,
Oh,
who passed away at the age of 91.
bless her
Good on her
heart.
for living that long.
God bless. I don't know that long.
Received a bill for $15,000, $15,676 to be exact, and a collection notice. The action was taken despite a Texas law that allows family members to cancel a lease if a loved one dies. I mean, obviously.
That's a law.
It shouldn't even have to
What's
be
he
a law.
going to do? Ruin her credit?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, can't get into heaven. Your credit's bad. Yeah. Please go to purgatory with Hartzell.
Oh, God. Bonilla's son, David Natterman, expressed his frustration,
Pissed.
stating that the complex seemed more concerned with money than the family's grief. Sandra Bonilla had lived at the lodge at Chavano Park Apartments for the last 10 years and had nearly a year left on her most current lease at the time of her death in late June.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, the leasing manager informed the family that the security deposit would be used for cleaning and turnover and that the lease would be terminated. However, the family later received a bill for $14,368 in accelerated rent and $1,117 as a lease break fee.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck. With the reason for her move out listed as deceased.
So they acknowledge it. That's the funny part.
Right. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Despite attempts to contact the lodge at Chavano Park for clarification, the leasing office manager declined to comment.
I'd be more afraid if she actually showed up and paid it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the tenant, yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah. You said I was deceased. I was alive this whole time. Yes, Alexis Carrington.
The landlord can only charge up to 30 days rent after receiving a notice in Texas by law. Naderman noted that the family had sent termination notices, but still received a collection letter threatening to report the debt to the credit bureau and take legal action. Against who?
Against who? Yeah.
Right. Against who?
So they have a detailed receipt out there for the public to look at. It's hysterical. Like the water and like all the package and handling fee for 40 cents, pest control reimbursement, then they taking
Trash
her
fee.
security deposit, which was $300. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. So this apartment complex is not going to see a dollar,
No.
and they just earned themselves a ton of bad press for trying to charge $15,000 to a dead woman.
That's insane.
That is
91-year-old.
legitimately insane. Crazy, man. Here's a less crazy story. Purple benches in St. Augustine will encourage community conversations and unity.
Sounds like a gossip bench.
You know, it could turn into sounds
It
like
is the South.
sounds
Ladies
like
who lunch.
a lot of things may happen on these benches. They say you may start to notice purple benches popping up all over St. Augustine, outside restaurants, and maybe in local parks. Maybe we'll see one in Blevins Bluff.
Oh, it's peaceful.
The benches will be scattered, or it says were, so maybe they're already out there, throughout the city by a local organization challenging the community to engage in compassionate and meaningful conversations with a stranger.
It's too hot.
Lighten up,
Right
Forrest
now,
Gump.
for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah.
At first glance, the purple benches may look ordinary, they say, but once you sit down, you'll quickly learn that there's more than just sitting. It makes it sound like you're instantly transported into this world of conversation, right? Once you sit down, the second you sit down, you're going to notice, no.
Let the purple embrace your life.
Is that color approved by the HP district?
True.
Because I didn't see it on the
Yeah,
on the ballot.
true.
Robin Thomas is the executive director of Compassionate St. Augustine. The organization started the Purple Bench Initiative to challenge the way people in the community engage with one another by promoting unity and civil discussions, by giving people a place to come sit down and have a conversation with a stranger and potentially leave with a new friend or potentially leave with a purple eye. The purple benches could leave you with a purple eye.
Right.
So how much did you get out of the tours today?
Yeah, I'm feeling like you're
right.
gonna.
Yeah.
How would you kick off this campaign? I feel like you would have to stage some sitters. Like I would be
Right.
like, Becky, you're gonna be there from 2 to 2. Yeah.
No, you got a guy dressed like Forrest Gump. Just
Right,
sitting
just
with
sit
a box
there.
of chocolates.
Yeah.
Life would like a box of chocolates.
Would you like one little? No, no,
Is
no.
this your train or
Yeah.
your buzz? That's okay.
She said, we live in a polarized world. Everything is so divisive. Thanks, Captain Obvious. So to come out
No, we're
and
Yeah.
yes, we are. No, we're not. So to come out and have a talk with someone you don't know, you can learn something from someone. I mean, I agree with that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, of course. We're being silly.
The benches are located at 20 locations in St. Augustine, outside churches, businesses, restaurants, and even homes. I'm sure the homeowners love that. Every bench has a QR code on it. You can scan the code that brings you to a page that explains the meaning behind the bench and even tells you who purchased it and why.
Oh,
So
so
it's
like
a
donors.
sponsored thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
The color of the bench has a message as well. She says purple is peace. So it's a peaceful place. I thought it was the combination of red and blue.
Me too.
I still think
That's great.
I think that's actually.
Yeah.
Really love that.
I had the little light thing that did this, and I know that's exactly true. When the red and blue crossed, it was purple.
Right.
Good job, Troy. You're doing great, buddy.
RG Biv or no Roy G Biv.
Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
With the purple benches just popping up around St. Augustine, you may see more in other places soon. She says we would like to see our benches in Africa, Jamaica, and England. That's not
No,
gonna
wait.
happen.
Slow down. Yeah,
just
let's
not
just
gonna
get this off
happen.
the community first. Love the dream. Love the. I'm here for it, but let's
But
get
we
this up.
instantly
Yeah.
shot way too high.
Right,
now. We
yes.
I mean, come on. There's.
I want
okay.
these. I don't want PP on the benches. I want everything nice here. Come on.
She says we would like to see our benches not just in our community, but in Jacksonville. I mean, they'll get spray painted
Yeah.
instantly. They'll get
Come
trashed
on.
instantly.
Tag.
Jeez.
And you want to talk about starting a fight? Jacksonville.
You guys, seriously, over the weekend, I mean, yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on up in Jacksonville. Yep.
Whether you spend 2 minutes or 2 hours having a chat on the purple bench, you'll be guaranteed to leave with more than you came with. Again, probably a purple eye.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't either. They're making a whole lot of claims about a bench.
Yeah.
Whole lot of claims about a bench.
Yeah.
I appreciate the idea
I love the
Of
idea.
course.
of bringing people together to talk.
Of course.
But you're starting off in a polarizing place. To find out more information about the Purple Bench Initiative, you can visit www.compassionatestaugustine.org/initiatives/purple-bench. We hope it turns out well, and we hope too many people don't get in fist fights on the bench.
Or sexy selfies. That happens too on these benches. I've seen you people.
Do we have to say it 3 times?
Yeah, that makes it like the triple X.
makes it
It's like
real.
even more salacious.
Triple
yeah.
S.
Baby fish mouth. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
So they're out now? Are they already there?
I hope it meets its goals. I haven't seen them.
I want to see them.
sure. I hope it brings people together. I just don't think it will.
I don't know.
The eternal pessimist.
Yeah.
All right, St. Augustine Beach is stepping in to aid St. Johns County after the termination of the FCC Environmental Services contract. The city of St. Augustine is assisting St. Johns County with yard waste collection following the termination of a multi-million-dollar contract with FCC Environmental Services. The contract was ended due to weeks of service disruptions. Now Mayor Dylan Rumrell stated that FCC, responsible for yard debris, household waste, and recycling collection, failed to meet their obligations. I've got a neighbor who's had yard waste out in their yard for 2 weeks now.
Oh, man.
It's
My recycling's been about 3
insane.
weeks. Yeah. I mean, I know it's a far city, but I'm still at the bin. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going to use
still-
it.
No, my trash gets picked up sometimes 2 days late.
Yeah, you're still paying for that. And I'm still paying for that. That really pisses me
So
off.
have we watched how these trucks work? Has anyone seen this? Okay, so the crane comes out. We know this, right? And then they pick up the thing and they go ka-gunk into the, it's all automatic. And then they put it down. But then the trash and the debris will fall all around the street, like whatever didn't make it into the truck. And then some of the bins are not emptied completely. So it's really, and they don't pick it up. It's real. I should film this. It happens every single
I
time.
can tell you, I'm very happy I live in the city right now because they do a good job with this
Yeah.
portion of it, and you know, at the hotels they do a good job with it. Everything in the city is handled by all the trash in the city is handled by the city.
Yeah.
So and there's a guy that'll pick up the phone or a woman that'll pick up the phone. So here we got a video going here.
But I don't think that there's like a set schedule right now on trash. I feel like in my neighborhood, we have FCC, but they're there every day. They're just roaming the streets to see if there's another can that needs to be filled that they forgot. It's very unorganized right now. It's a hot
Yeah.
mess.
It remains unclear when St. Johns County will select a new program and a permanent trash provider. Meanwhile, FCC is scheduled to take over trash services in Clay County on October 1st.
Right. They're
Good luck-
nervous. They're
good luck,
very
Clay.
nervous
Good
up
luck with
there.
them,
Yeah.
Well, they should cancel that right away.
We have a
Cancel
lot
that
of-
before it starts.
A lot of followers from Clay County. So yeah, they're nervous about it.
The Clay County Board of County Commissioners has assured residents that it has communicated its expectations with FCC to ensure a smooth transition in October. Well, I would imagine everybody communicates their expectations with FCC before they get started. And, you know, this still ends up to be the case.
Yeah. It is a great video.
That's better than FCC.
That's better. At least
He's at least
picking it
getting the entire mailbox and the debris
Yeah.
into the truck.
FCC left. They would have been gone already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Run over the mailbox
He
and
really
done
didn't
anything
like
about it.
bills.
No, he didn't.
Ugh.
No, he didn't.
This is nuts, though. Like, I'm ready for a solution to happen. I never realized how much I valued trash pickup, like an efficient trash pickup.
Like the shortest strike in New York City's history was
Right.
the
Yeah.
trash guys. It lasted like 7 days, and it was piled up like
Oh, you
2 stories
guys.
high.
Horrible.
And it was just reeked, and it was just like,
Oh.
okay, we give.
Yeah.
Trash
Come get it,
situation's
please.
still terrible in New York City.
Come
Still,
get it.
it's always
just
going to be.
all day long. There's just trash outside of just lining the sidewalk.
So bad.
Pretty
but-
disgusting.
But just think of like they stopped. You know,
Right.
that's what they did for like
Oh, yeah.
7 days.
Oh, the whole place,
was-
if you stop trash collection in New York City for a month, the whole place would be a landfill.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
right.
Bins in the middle of the road. I'll high five you on that, BJ. There's just random. There's no like synchronicity at all. Used to be a beautiful choreographed moment, and now it's a mess. Anyway,
All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments today, man?
I will masterfully manipulate my way through the multitude of comments
Okay.
from our minions
The hell did you have to yell that so loud for?
because you guys don't like it when I call them minions.
minions.
And I'm wearing yellow today, so I felt like a minion would do the right thing.
Marita bread.
Marita, I'm a Marita minion.
Marita bread reporter.
These people are not minions. They're human beings. All right. While you do that, I'll tell you about Bates, Hewitt and Floyd, not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing it for well over 50 years. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent. She also offers complimentary policy reviews and has a deep understanding of insurance and what is needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. Give them a call. Schedule your appointment today, 904-794-5455. And also our friends at B&S Signs. They have supplied St. Augustine and the surrounding region with high-quality signs that help you stand out and transform your business.
Mm-hmm.
Visit B&S Signs or call 904-824-3323. and get started today.
A lot of people looking for sign stuff out there. I've been seeing, and then tagging BNS. That's pretty awesome to see.
Yep.
They are the tried and true local love out there.
Yes, they are. All right, what you got, Troy?
All right. Oh, that was quick. I was over here.
How long do you need?
I was wandering around.
Oh, typical.
I was wandering around. All right. So as far as restaurants goes, Friendly's was a good one too. I think
Yeah,
everybody has a
true.
little Friendly's moment. I didn't know this restaurant, so that's the reason I put it down. Bonanza.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like a Ponderosa,
Was it?
Golden
Okay, like
Corral. They were all like in bed together.
like
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
Like
that
a
either.
Sizzler or something?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Sizzler was a nice one, though.
Okay.
I feel like that was a more luxury experience. But yeah, Ponderosa and little skillet, whatever it's called.
All right. Kenny,
Sounds like a rapper.
I will eventually make a pot of chili. So Kenny's been requesting chili for a little bit.
Whew, hot.
And Justin was asking where the stars are. We don't know where they went, right?
Yeah, I don't know where they went. We pissed off Mark at some point.
Yeah. So
Or do we have to reapply? I'm wondering because they did
Maybe.
change some payment structures for at least nonprofits. It's now going through PayPal. So it may be a stars you have to re-sign up sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. I'll
I
check
noticed
it
that
out.
over the weekend, actually.
and
Okay.
everybody's
Thank you.
in the same mindset about the park. So
Oh, yeah, I love
it.
Yeah.
We can all agree on this one.
Foot on the gas, everybody. Everybody doing good.
What you got for Stordom Stat, Troy?
all right, Stordom stat. On this day in 1920, the 19th Amendment was passed, and that gave the women the right to vote. The 15th Amendment gave African American men the right to vote shortly after the Civil War, but it wasn't another 60 years until the 19th Amendment came into play. Some interesting stories as I went down my little rabbit hole doing the research. Jeanette Rankin was the first congresswoman. She became a congresswoman in 1917 out of Montana, and that was before the rest of the country could vote. So, or the rest of the women could vote in the country. There were several states that were allowed to vote, but she did a term in 1917, only 2 years, and then she came back again in 1941. So she was a congresswoman like almost 25 years apart. Ironically, it was right before we entered World War I,
Yeah.
and then right before we entered World War II.
Wow.
So interesting how that dynamic worked.
Right.
And the wildest thing, and I didn't realize this, Native Americans didn't get the right to vote for another 4 years.
What?
And Asian Americans had voting restrictions on them for almost another 30 years.
That's crazy.
After World War II.
Wow.
So, I mean, the voting rights situation was so out of balance. Hopefully we're a lot closer to where we need to be. But no, I just find it crazy. Until 1920, women didn't have the right to vote.
Yep.
But
KDB Stanton.
it's just so wild. So, yeah, and that's over 100 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, thank you for that Stordom Stat. Comes to us from, boom, St. Augie's Pizza.
Yum.
Get in there tomorrow. Get a few slices. Say hi to Augie and the fam for us. If we don't, beat you there.
Yep.
Plugs, Troy.
All right, I got to say congratulations to Lake Mary Little League winning
right.
the Little League World
Yeah,
Series,
man.
bringing that championship to Florida. The Little League World Series is one of my favorite events, and congratulations to Lake Mary.
The kid that hit the home run was sick the day before and gets in there, hits the winning hit. I just love that story. I think it's such an awesome story. So much fun.
Yeah,
They were old enough to drink beer. We'd recruit him for the Florida Man.
Can we do O'Doul's?
Yeah.
Hey, at 3 o'clock today, we have Emma Benoit, My Ascension from Epic Behavioral Healthcare. She's on a film tour, all the different high schools. This is a very inspiring interview. Please show up and show out at 3 o'clock today.
Yeah. All right, and I'll tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com. Get your tickets today, and we'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Bye-bye.